Hello and welcome to Beautiful Me TV. I'm your host, Crystal Holmes. Welcome to the show. We have a special guest today in the studio, and thank you for joining us. And I hope you all have seen the previous shows, and if you haven't, you can always go check them out on my website, www.beautifulmetv.com. I'm on all social media. You can find me on Instagram at BeautifulMeTV, Twitter, BeautifulMeHOU, and then YouTube is also Beautiful Me TV as well as Facebook. But we're going to go ahead and go into the show, and this guest, I'm telling you, well, first off, it's a little story behind how we met. We've actually known each other for a while, and really since I was in high school. So she's reached out to me, and she has her own organization that she's starting that's helping with young girls out here in the community of Houston. So with me today is Miss Stephanie Davis. How are you?
I'm great. I'm just happy to be here.
Yes.
And excited.
Good. Well, thank you so much for reaching out and just even telling me about your organization and everything that you're starting. I feel like is great, especially for you young women out there and those people, those moms that have teenagers. You know, this program is going to be something that you will definitely want your daughters to be a part of. So, Stephanie, tell us, how did this whole idea come about? I know we've talked about it, but please share.
Okay. Heartwork Swindon came about with the concept of the village and giving back to the community. I am an educator. I started off at High School, which is where I met the lovely Crystal. Yes, go Caves.
Yes.
And I taught English, yearbook, newspaper, journalism, and I loved it. And then I moved into counseling, and I'm currently in the process of starting my own practice. So Heartwork Trending is the concept of doing good things and giving back to the community. It's always trending, so it never goes out, it never gets old, and it's really just about giving back to the community. So not only do I do individual counseling and group counseling, but I also do community outreach. So my day job is I'm a school counselor at Lamar Consolidated High School.
Okay.
Go Stangs, gotta give that up.
I got some friends that went there.
Yes.
A long time ago.
So that's the day job. And then the Heartwork Trending component is the community outreach. We do things for at-risk students. We also do self-esteem issues. We have a whole bunch of sponsors that come in, and really I'm at the place where I'm about partnership and bringing different organizations in. So lately I've been doing a lot of things for the girls. I want to start doing something for boys too, because they need love also.
Of course, of course. And so the other organizations that you just, well, you didn't say, but what are some of those organizations that you're looking to partner with?
So right now we actually have an event. It's coming up August the 20th, and it's with Chicks with Class, and that's also yes. And that's
that was
also,
your idea. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
No, that was her idea.
Oh, that was her
but we
idea.
just kind of grouped up together. We actually, linked up, and she said, "Oh, I saw you on Instagram," and I emailed her and reached out to her, and it's just been a great partnership. So Chicks with Class also has the same vision of working with young girls, empowerment, self-esteem, and that's very important. For me, I bring in the mental health component. A lot of the things that I deal with are teen suicide, risk and intervention, cyberbullying. And so August the 20th is from 1 to 3 at the public library. We're doing a teen empowerment brunch.
Nice.
And I'm going to be doing internet safety training.
Okay.
So make sure you register at www.chickswithclass.com.
Right.
And you'll see me. There's some guests and other performances and surprises coming, but it's going to be a great event.
Great, and I'm looking forward to hearing even more about that. So we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back with Stephanie so we can get more about Chicks with Class from her. Stay tuned. All right, we're back again. It's the third week, and we are still going on with our relationship coaching advice with KB. And so one question that I know I have, and maybe other people out there, you may all have, is how to maintain your friendships while you're in a relationship. So what is, I guess you can give us one thing, and then we'll give you the rest after the end of the show. But what is it that we can do to help our friendships while we're in a relationship, a serious, committed relationship at that? Yeah.
the best thing to do if you're in a serious committed relationship and you want to maintain your level of friendships as well is an uncommon balance. But the best thing to do is give an equal opportunity employer for everybody. Sometimes you might have to merge your relationship and your friendships together, not in the sense of they have to be all in your business, but maybe plan something to where you all get together. That way they can be more comfortable with your person, your spouse, or your significant other, and then your significant other can be comfortable with them. That way, if an event comes up, you all can also say, hey, I'm going to hang out with so-and-so. They've already met them. They're comfortable with them. It's not a big deal. But put something together where you all can mesh and be on one accord.
Yeah, there we go. And so we'll have more information and details on that, on what you can do with, I guess, those relationships and those things or activities that you can do to help maintain and keep those friendships. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to Beautiful Me TV. We were just with Stephanie and she still is here with us, and we're talking about Chicks with Class, and she talked about different sessions that will be happening during the event, and it is August 20th. And what are the times? What is the time frame for
It's
that?
from 1 to 3, and it's going to be at the Downtown Public Library. As far as the outline and then the way that it's working, they'll have additional guests. I'll tell you about the co-founder first. Her name is Margot Barnes, and she is a lovely lady. Baines is actually the correct name. We actually just kind of met, and so like I said, it just meshed together. So the way that it'll work out is they'll have speakers. They'll also have kind of a spa day, something really nice for the kids. They'll have school supply. School supply giveaway. Miss Mulatto is our surprise performer, and she's supposed to be coming. Like I said, my segment will be about internet safety training.
And what is the importance of the internet safety that you all are going to be, want to get out there to the kids?
One of the other organizations that I partner with is Children Against Internet Crimes, and the biggest deal with that is a lot of students or a lot of kids don't really know how to navigate through a technology-driven world, so we deal with certain things like that. So I think it's important for students and kids, just in general, boys and girls. This particular event is geared towards females, but guys as well, to know how to have proper etiquette. And social media is really a part of life, whether we want to separate it or not. It is a part of their world, and just teaching them how to
the do's and don'ts,
deal with it. We talk about cyberbullying. We also talk about sexual predators, ways to watch out for things like that. Really making sure that you're connecting with a real person. So even you meet someone over the internet, and there are also cases of teen online dating, and sex trafficking is a large thing that's happening, and that's really through the internet. We touch bases on the suicide points, where a lot of students are bullied through the internet, and once you put something out there in the universe, you can't take it back. We talk about the top 10 most dangerous apps and how you can avoid, getting caught in that situation. So it's fun, it's interactive, and it's educational.
All at the same time. Yes. That's really good, because it is really crazy now how big social media is, because when I was in school, we didn't have Instagram, Twitter, or they may have been out, but I definitely was not interested in it. I barely got it. I didn't get a Facebook till my senior year in high school, and then I graduated and I still didn't use it in college. So it's like, now it's like that's the thing, and then especially Instagram and Snapchat, and it's some other one like my sister's on. She's 13.
So many.
So I'm just like, where did all this come from?
And Instagram is creating something similar to Snapchat.
Exactly. And so it's just very good that you all are putting this out there, especially with internet safety, because now it's just people put anything, and then they don't realize that follows you all the way, and nothing
we talk
really
about with jobs and careers, and sending different things to boys, and it's like, oh, that's my boyfriend, and then it gets spread around. So we deal with things on a campus as far as being school counselors, and so Heartwork's trending goal is to bring everything that we deal with on a school campus as a counselor out into the community to bring awareness. So it's really about partnering up with Chicks for Class and other organizations to just bring bridge that gap for
Right.
me. It's about
Right.
bridging the gap, bringing the village together. Because, I mean, there's so many things that parents don't know. I also have an internet safety class for parents, and it's
Okay.
totally separate. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So is this your next event that you have coming up? Because I know you have a couple of things that you have going for yourself.
So the goal is to have one event a month, and that's going to be our community outreach component. And we're looking to partner. So you can find me at Heartwork Trending on Instagram, or you can look on Facebook and just type in Heartwork Trending, and the Facebook page will come up. Or you can email me at heartworktrending@gmail.com. So the main thing is we're looking for partnerships. We have September the 19th. We're looking for a male group. So we want to spread some love to do internet safety and just talk about male mental and spiritual awareness and dealing with depression, because a lot of times we notice that teen suicide is a big thing with our males. But it's not
really?
reported.
Okay. So is that something statistically that is...
Statistically, that's one of the things that we're following.
Okay.
And a lot of it is not reported because males are taught not to speak out. They're taught to be masculine.
Oh, their emotions.
And so,
cool.
Right. And so when they're dealing with things, we want to make sure they're release it in a positive way, and especially with all the things that are happening, with Black Lives Matter and all of the things that are happening in the news. We definitely want to shed light and love on our men, because they're important and we need them. So we're talking about the same things that we tell our girls, and so we can educate both sides and then bring that together. We can definitely have a stronger village and keep Heartwork trending throughout our communities. And, it's not just a black or white thing. And so I really have to be careful when I say that. It's really about a global thing.
For all teens. Because this is more so focused towards like teens like middle, high school.
Right, middle to high school.
Okay.
So typically with my counseling, since I work on a high school campus, it's most likely you'll start with your 8th graders or incoming freshmen, and then your seniors. Sometimes there's 18, 19-year-olds that want to do group counseling or want to participate. And we welcome anybody who, feels like they can benefit from it and just want to be a part of it. That's what we're looking for. So
for you, for Heartwork Trending, aside from like counseling like at school, for different, I guess, students that may not want to come directly, in that type of setting, the school setting, because I don't know if it's, sometimes they might feel like, oh, somebody's watching me go to the counselor's office. For the Heartwork Trending, is there going to be something separate aside where you can do like different one-on-one sessions aside from, outside of that school environment that kids can just, come and kind of express themselves?
Yes. Yeah. So I currently have my LPCI, and I'm under supervision, and Dr. McCullough is my supervisor. So with that component, I do individual and group counseling, and I do it on a sliding scale because I know sometimes everybody can't afford the price for therapy, or they may not have insurance to cover that. And mental health is so important to me that, I'm willing to accommodate you and work on a sliding scale if it's something that you need. Because there's a lot of times where you're not going to get the counseling that you really, really need on a high school campus, because we're looking at credits and transcripts. Now, I might be able to say, hey, I know that you were absent a lot. What's going on? Someone passed away. I'm experiencing depression. And so I can give you some coping strategies, but if you need something more extensive than that, we usually refer out. And so that's where your individual counseling or your group counseling would come if you wanted to come work with another group of teens that were experiencing depression or drug usage is kind of one of them that we work with. Depression, anxiety, those are a lot of the target areas that we're hitting. And some of it is, and this is kind of my future goal, I want to write a book about resiliency and teaching kids how to cope. Because I think when you actually sit down and take the time to break down what's happening, it's okay. Like, it's really not that bad, you know. But some kids, and now we're kind of at this age where it's a sense of
ashamed.
immediacy, or sometimes the world is over, my boyfriend broke up with me, and so just things like that, and helping kids be able to navigate, because I know teen years are tough. I was a teenager
Yeah.
before, and
The peer pressure is
Yes.
crazy. It's even crazier now.
and you're at that age, typically in elementary,
Yeah.
your mom, you have your room moms, and they're at everything, and you're like, oh, okay, everybody shows up and brings cookies. Middle school, you start fading out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, you see them at the games, and every now and then at some things.
Yeah.
Then by high school, it's like, okay, you're in ninth grade, bye. You should know better. Don't do anything
Everything is gonna
stupid.
stop.
Yeah, and then when you get to your senior year, and you know, first
Right,
year with college,
exactly.
and you're like, okay.
It's nobody.
And so we deal with that too. You know, learning how to apply for scholarships, learning how to look at colleges. Sometimes a student might be the first generation college student, so they don't know what to look
The
for.
different steps
They
of
don't
what
even
they
know,
can
you know, what it's like. And so just having a support system, that's what it's about for me. Because I had to have someone do that for me too.
Right, and that's good that you're doing that. And then even for parents, I kind of wanted you to share, you know, I know you're going to have programs for them as well.
Right.
But what about, you know, different signs that parents can kind of notice from their children, or different things that they can maybe pick up on that may have, I guess, give an alert to them as to something might be not wrong with their child, or they might be going through something. It's like, you know, as a parent, can you tell them, you know, what are some signs that maybe they can look for, you know, just to help out?
I think the first thing is to recognize differences like change in behavior or appearances, if they start seeming more secretive, if they've been secretive before and they're a little bit more open, but they're not telling you exactly, but they're throwing hints. Sometimes we get so busy with life, it's like, oh, go ahead on, you know. But if a kid is reaching out to you more so than they were before, I would pick up and say, hey, you know, I'm glad we're starting to hang out more. I love that you're around. What's been going on? I think really communication is important.
Yes.
I know I have a 13-year-old as well, so sometimes lives get busy, but you have to make that a priority also.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I'm glad. I just wanted you to share that, because it's like, I know you counselor and everything, so just to get the parents some ideas and just, you know, some things to look into and look for. Exactly. And so real quick, we're going to take another quick break, and then we'll be back with Stephanie again, so you can find out how you can again get in contact with her, get even more information on Heartwork Trending, and just hear everything else that's going on with the organization. Stay tuned. Okay, so like we talked about before, we are on the topic of how do we maintain our friendships while we're in a serious committed relationship. And so we kind of gave a brief. KB told us about different activities and things we can do, like inviting our friends to places or having us all together. So what are some appropriate ways you can go about doing these things?
One of the best ways that I enjoy a lot of is game night. Sometimes it's a good thing to do. You can go to a sports bar and just have maybe happy hour with your friends and things like that. But if that's too personal or too wild and crazy, have a game night. Have something where y'all have a study night. If you're all on the same religious, secular a set, then absolutely have like a Bible study night. That way you can all be on one accord. Have a game night. That's always a great way. Pictionary, and they have more games now that you can use and all that good stuff. Use those as a means to bring people together. Order a bunch of pizza, get wings, get soda, you know, get chocolate wasted, and I'll just have a good time to just get together and actually vibe in a closed off environment. Not necessarily have to have the outside world judging what's going on. Do it in a close proximity and bring the people together.
And that's good too. And then on this, would we also, of course, invite other single people too,
and married people,
so just have a combination and mixture, so that way the atmosphere and the crowd is comfortable, and it's not like someone's feeling like, oh, I don't want to go because it's just going to be couples there, you know, and then you don't want that to happen, and that can also damper your friendship, because then it's like, why are they inviting me? And you know, it's like it's going to be so and so and so and so, and they know they're couples, and it's just like, you just want to avoid that. If you have to separate
the two, then do it. If you have to have just like a game night with just your friends, then do it that way. Maybe have your spouse come over every now and then, or your significant other, or even have a married couples game night. Invite engaged people. Invite married people. Y'all come
That's
together.
nice.
Each one builds one. And it's not a shade to any of your single friends. It's just that this is where everybody's aspiring to get to. So each one builds one.
And I like that. So, with that being said, for those that are married or engaged or looking to go to that next level, like KB said, it's like finding those couples that you can be around and that you can help build each other. All right, so that's our tip for the week. Be sure to stay tuned for the rest of the show. And don't forget, we still have 2 more weeks left. So, be sure to look out for our next relationship tips/coaching advice. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Beautiful Me TV. As you know, we are discussing with Miss Stephanie Davis here in the studio today on Heartwork Trending and just everything that she has going on and all the different organizations that she's going to be partnering with, the events that are coming up. So let's go ahead real quick. Let's tell our audience again just what is it that we have going on, that you have going on.
Okay, so the August 20th event, that's the closest one. Please make sure you register your daughters. We've extended it to high school students. So if you log on to www.chickswithclass.com, it'll show you and walk you through the registration. It'll tell you what's happening here. And then I want to see y'all at the Internet Safety Training because it's going to be good fun and you'll get to learn a lot of things. And then the next events that I have coming up for September the 19th, that's going to be something for our guys. Same thing, just a little bit more catered towards the males and things that they're experiencing. We have another event coming up October the 29th, and that's going to be kind of our fall twist. It's the Gems and Jewels event, but I'll give you more information about that later.
Yeah, no, that's no problem.
So if you're looking to partner, yay. So if you're looking to partner up, once again, you can email me at heartworktrending@gmail.com, or you can look for me on Instagram at heartworktrending, or Facebook at heartworktrending.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Stephanie, again for coming out. I'm so glad you reached out to me, and again, we go all the way back. So this is this is like so exciting to have you here, and I just thank you again.
You're
once
welcome.
again for sharing your gift and
And I'll
sharing
be
your
back.
passion. Yes, and she will be back,
Yes.
so she can give us more information about her event in October. But we will not let that. We won't let that pass. I am Crystal Holmes. This has been another segment of Beautiful Me TV. Have a great day.